How did we evolve from shaping stones to shaping societies? From the Stone Age hammer to the digital cloud, the history of work isn't just about survival. It's a mesmerizing tale of human ingenuity, creativity, and adaptation. How did we go from working seasons to about 80% of our time spent working in some form or another? Are we wasting our lives? Is this self-imposed or a human journey of maturity? It is a fascinating journey with many pitfalls. In the vast expanse of the Stone Age, stretching from about 3.4 million years ago to the dawn of metalworking, human societies navigated the world through a rhythm deeply entwined with the Earth's natural cycles. This era, divided into the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic periods, witnessed the evolution of humanity from the creation of the first tools by our ancient ancestors to the establishment of agriculture and permanent settlements. Imagine the life of a Paleolithic hunter, their day beginning with the first light of dawn. These hunters, true masters of their environment, would embark on long, arduous treks following the tracks of game, a task that demanded not just physical prowess but an intimate knowledge of the land and its creatures. Yet, the following day might offer a stark contrast, dedicated to tasks that required less physical exertion but no less skill, sharpening tools, gathering herbs and fruits, or perhaps crafting a flint axe. This wasn't mere labor, it was a dance of survival and craftsmanship, where each tool crafted was a testament to the maker's skill and connection to their environment. William Tecumseh Sherman. I am tired and sick of war. Its glory is all moonshine. It is only those who have neither fired a shot nor heard the shrieks and groans of the wounded who cry aloud for blood, for vengeance, for desolation. War is hell. Throughout history, wars have significantly influenced work patterns, reshaping labor markets, industries, and practices in profound ways. This impact varies across different centuries, regions, and the nature of the conflict. In ancient civilizations, wars often led to the enslavement of populations who were then put to work in agriculture or construction. For example, in Rome, slaves captured in wars were used for various forms of labor, including work on farms, in mines, and as domestic servants, fundamentally changing the labor force composition. During the medieval period, wars could devastate local economies, particularly through the destruction of crops and infrastructure. However, they also created demand for specific types of work, such as armor and weapons manufacturing. In feudal Europe, the aftermath of conflicts often saw serfs and peasants repairing and rebuilding, a task that fell to the lowest social classes. The Napoleonic Wars and the American Civil War both had significant impacts on work patterns. The Napoleonic Wars, for instance, stimulated the British textile industry as blockades against France opened new markets for British goods. Conversely, the American Civil War disrupted the Southern economy in the U.S., where the end of slavery forced a major reorganization of agricultural labor. World War I saw women entering the workforce in unprecedented numbers, taking over roles left vacant by men who went to fight. This shift was particularly notable in factories and on farms. Similarly, World War II had a profound impact on work patterns, with women again stepping into roles in manufacturing, leading to what is often referred to as the Rosie the Riveter phenomenon in the United States. Post-World War II, the return of servicemen to the workforce and the integration of women changed workplace dynamics significantly. The Cold War influenced work patterns through increased government spending on defense and technology in the United States and the Soviet Union. This period saw significant advancements in aerospace, nuclear energy, and computing, creating jobs in new industries and requiring a workforce skilled in science and engineering. Albert Camus. Without work, all life goes rotten. But when work is soulless, life stifles and dies. In medieval Europe, the rhythm of work wove a complex pattern of life, labor, and community. As the sun greeted the day, a blacksmith's forge came alive in the early morning light, not just signaling the start of labor, but also a moment of unity among workers sharing a meal, a practice fostering camaraderie in an age where community bonds were pivotal. Across the verdant fields, serfs, the backbone of the feudal system, toiled under the manorial system, their days dictated by the seasons. Spring brought with it the arduous tasks of plowing and planting, yet as the sun reached its zenith, a collective pause allowed for rest and nourishment, a testament to a society attuned to the natural ebb and flow of day and night, work and rest. The guilds of urban centers emerged as bastions of artisanal expertise and regulation, where carpenters and stonemasons, among others, pursued their crafts with a balance of intensity and leisure, reflecting a structured approach to work that emphasized quality and community. This era saw the rise of the three-field system, a revolutionary agricultural practice that underscored the era's innovation and its impact on rural work patterns, enhancing food production and the well-being of those who worked the land. Monumental Gothic cathedrals, with their breathtaking arches and sculptures, stood as enduring symbols of the era's devotion and ambition. Stonemasons, in collaboration over generations, crafted these edifices, their work a blend of spiritual veneration and unmatched skill, often spanning lifetimes to see completion. The Black Death, a devastating pandemic, wrought untold suffering, but also unintended economic shifts. The labor shortage that followed improved conditions for those who remained, challenging the status quo and paving the way for gradual societal transformation. Amidst the changing landscape of labor, women played crucial but often under-recognized roles. From the fields to the looms, their contributions were essential, challenging gender norms and carving spaces within guilds and markets, illustrating the nuanced fabric of medieval work life. Trade and exploration brought about the era of merchant adventurers, whose daring voyages to distant lands for spices and silks introduced new dimensions to Europe's economy, driven by both courage and commerce. Similarly, the Hanseatic League's establishment fostered a unique mercantile culture, its regulations and protections shaping the economic contours of the Baltic and North Sea regions. The quiet monastic scriptoriums were centers of scholarly labor, where monks painstakingly copied and illuminated manuscripts, preserving knowledge and spirituality through the Dark Ages, their work a beacon of intellectual and cultural preservation. Henry David Thoreau. It is not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? As the Industrial Revolution dawned, the transformation it ushered in was nothing short of monumental. The late 18th century saw Britain, rich in coal and iron, become the cradle of industrial capitalism, a seismic shift that redefined the essence of work and community life. This was an era that witnessed the birth of the factory system, where the rhythm of human labor began to synchronize with the relentless tempo of machines rather than the natural cycles of day and night. In the heart of this industrial landscape, the steam engine emerged as a symbol of progress. James Watt's invention in 1781 revolutionized industries, propelling Britain to the forefront of global economic power. Yet this leap forward came at a cost. The factory bell's toll marked the start of grueling 14-hour days for workers, including women and children who became cogs in the vast machinery of production. Beneath the surface, coal miners faced the darkest aspects of industrial work, delving into the earth's depths where daylight was a distant memory. The risk of death was a constant shadow, making their labor among the most perilous of the age. The lure of factory jobs fueled an unprecedented urban migration, radically transforming landscapes and birthing the modern city. Yet this growth was not without its dark side. The exploitation of child labor, the widening gap between the working class and industrial magnates, and the squalid living conditions in burgeoning urban centers sparked a growing outcry for reform. This period of profound change also saw resistance and resilience. Despite these challenges, the era was marked by significant social progress. The struggles of workers led to substantial reforms, including the regulation of child labor and the establishment of the 8-hour workday. Women, too, found new roles in the workforce, challenging traditional gender norms even as they faced exploitation. The environmental cost of industrialization became increasingly apparent, with pollution and resource depletion signaling the unsustainable nature of unchecked industrial growth. Brooks Stevens, our whole economy is based on planned obsolescence. We make good products, we induce people to buy them, and then the next year, we deliberately introduce something that will make these products old-fashioned, out of date, obsolete. Throughout history, technological advancements have dramatically reshaped work patterns, rendering certain jobs obsolete while creating new ones. This evolution has been felt across different eras and regions, profoundly impacting the workforce and society at large. The invention of the plow in Mesopotamia around 3000 BCE revolutionized agriculture, significantly reducing the manual labor required to till land. This technology allowed fewer people to manage larger areas of land, leading to a surplus in production and the gradual shift of populations from rural areas to burgeoning cities. The 18th and 19th centuries marked a pivotal period with the Industrial Revolution, beginning in Britain and spreading globally. The introduction of the steam engine and mechanized looms transformed textile manufacturing, drastically reducing the need for hand weavers and spinning jobs. In England, the famed Luddite movement emerged as skilled artisans rebelled against machines that they feared would replace their skills and livelihood. The 20th century saw rapid advancements in automation and computing. The assembly line, introduced by Henry Ford in the early 1900s, revolutionized manufacturing, increasing production rates but reducing the need for skilled laborers. Later, the advent of computers and robotics further displaced traditional manufacturing jobs, leading to significant societal and economic shifts. For example, the introduction of automatic telephone switching in the 1950s and 1960s eliminated the need for manual telephone operators, a job predominantly held by women. The digital revolution has perhaps had the most profound impact on work patterns. The development of the internet and mobile technology has transformed entire industries. The rise of digital photography, for instance, made the film developing profession nearly obsolete. Similarly, the advent of streaming services has drastically changed the music and video rental industries, exemplified by the fall of Blockbuster and the rise of platforms like Netflix and Spotify. In recent years, artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning technologies have begun to challenge even more complex professions. Automated algorithms can now perform tasks ranging from stock market trading to basic legal analysis, roles that were once thought to require human intellect. For instance, AI-driven diagnostic tools in medicine are reshaping the roles of radiologists and pathologists by providing faster and sometimes more accurate analyses of medical imaging. Steve Jobs, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If this narrative resonated with you, do support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe. Thank you for staying with us to the end. See you in the next video on Plaid Chronicles.